Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. Here we are with another edition of Inside the Headset, and I got in front of me the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, head coach Will Kriesky. How you doing?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Some people may say it's week 9, it's week 8 for you. It's game 8. You've played 7, you are 4-3, and you got a tough one in front of you, but you've been off a little bit. You gave the kids a little bit of a rest, and now you've had a couple of days, but what have you been working on?
We've been working on Oakland, trying to get better. During fall break, we went back to the basics, worked on little technique things, got us better, but we've been focused on Oakland. Oakland's in front of us, and Oakland's a big challenge. But our kids all year long has accepted the challenge, and they won't back down. We're excited. It's a good opportunity. You know, last year we struggled these last 3 games, and we've challenged our kids about this stretch to finish strong. And, you know, it's Riverdale, Oakland. You know how it goes. So the kids are excited. The kids will be excited, and it'll be a good opportunity for us.
4-3, couple of games there. Your record could look the same, but if you don't do anything else here on out, you could end up 4-6 and not trying to look ahead. But the next 3 are so important.
Yes, they are real important. I talk about talk to the kids that we haven't had a home playoff game in a couple of years. So it'd be nice to have a home playoff game. So they need to look at each week as a playoff opportunity to get another home game, not to have Friday night as their last home game at Warrior Stadium.
Let's talk about this opponent, and this opponent is not our normal Rutherford County opponent. Yes, they are 7-0, and yes, they are scoring massive amounts of points. But I tried to tell somebody today, they've got about 6 to 8 weapons that they can touch at any point, when you count them all up as far as getting the ball to it. And that's just a nice, even kilter, whereas maybe you only got 1 to 4 that you can work with. They've got somewhere between, 7 to 8.
Yeah, they have a lot of talent, and Coach Kriesky does a really good job getting the ball in all their hands. He does a lot of different formations to be able to get the ball to them, and they play really hard. They're very good up front, and they're a very talented football team. They're scoring a lot of points because they're really good offensively. So we just got to be able to line up and just play basic football and tackle. So, our kids are excited, but like you said, they got a lot of playmakers. So we'll have to. That's a big challenge we'll have to face. But then again, I know our kids. They won't back down. We got some young guys that are stepping up, and they'll have good opportunities Friday night, and they better accept that challenge.
You've got some seniors that have been involved in some of these games, and then you've got some younger guys. Now, if we could have just had those younger guys up to the speed with the seniors where we are now, then rewind the tape and play the season again, it would have a different look, I would say.
It would, and Oakland's a very veteran football team. That's why they are 7-0. You watch them, they don't make mistakes. They haven't turned the ball over very much this year. And offensively, they move the ball well. Defensively, they're playing unbelievable. Their defensive front is, they mashed Haywood the first couple plays, and they just shut them down. And their defense creates turnovers. The kid that you don't hear a lot about is the middle linebacker, Jackson Cochran.
Yeah.
And he's a lead. You can tell just by watching film. He's a coach on the field, and he does a great job with that defense and lining them up. And he's one of those kids that you love to coach. Seems like, from what you see on video, and he's not one of those guys that you hear a lot about, but he's always in the right spot doing the right thing for those teams. But of course, you hear about the Jacoby Stevens.
Yeah.
He makes unbelievable plays, and he's an unbelievable athlete. That's
been playing a long time. He has a lot of games under his belt.
Yeah.
He should play at a top level.
Yeah.
He's going to an SEC school.
Exactly. That's why he's heavily recruited, and that's why he's committed to LSU. And and it'll be a good challenge. But we got, like you said, we got a couple of guys.
You got some guys that can,
Marquell Odoms, and they like challenges like this. And like I said, like I told the team, all year long we faced tough challenges. But we came to play against Blackman. We came to play against.
Got to go through them all.
We played against Franklin, but we had to learn to finish 4 quarters. And so we definitely got to play a 4-quarter game Friday night because they're not going to let up. They're playing with a lot of fire. A lot of swag. They're playing like a 7-0 team right now, so we'll just have to try to slow that down.
It's kind of interesting, he's scoring points off special teams.
Yes, he is.
And he is coaching those kids up, and they are thriving on it and taking advantage of it. And if they get one of those special team plays, coach, and they score on it, it almost, even though it only looks like 1, it almost counts as 2. It works so far against you.
It does, and we've stressed special teams around here also, and so we got to do a good job stopping them on special teams. We got to do a good job on punt, make sure, we run downfield or tackling. We got to do a good job on kickoff. And then we got to make plays on kickoff return and punt return to offset that, to give ourselves an opportunity.
Had a parent question, which I don't normally do, but I always have to. I'll ask questions that are asked. This is your first senior night. How will you handle it with the seniors as far as their playing time, as far as on a senior night, their last, I guess, home game on this field, as far as we know right now? How are you going to handle that? This is your first year, and a parent asked me, and so I'm putting the question to you.
I mean, the seniors get to play, but we're going to
win the ball game. You're hired. I mean, and I had two parts to this. You're hired as a football coach, and Mr. Nolan says, "Look, I want you to win football games. This isn't a t-ball. This isn't a t-ball team. It's earned out here on the practice field." And I don't mean that toward that parent or anything. I was a senior once playing basketball. And on my senior night, I only got to play one quarter. But I'm saying, with all that being said, the coach wanted to win the ball game. Not to say that I was the one that would lose the ball game, but at the same time, you've got to set plan, don't you, Coach?
Yes,
and you will give them some playing time, but you've got to set plan. You have to stick to on these next 3 games. And it's crucial.
We're going to do the best opportunity for this team to win, and we're going to put the guys out there that will give us that opportunity. We're not playing an 0-7 team. We're playing a 7-0 team with, like you said, a lot of fire. So we got to put the best guys out there that matches up well with them.
There'll be a lot going on Friday night. You got senior night. You got a guy we're going to dedicate this field to. It's well deserving, and honor him and his not his last football game, but basically honoring him as all the work and long hours he spent on the field and being a Riverdale Warrior, and that's Nolan, and that'll be done. And then besides that, just playing the game, it's going to be a lot going on for you Friday night as a new head coach.
Yeah, there'll be a lot going on. I've been part of senior nights before around here in the past, and I know Miss Rick White does a great job putting that all together, and it'll be a fun night.
Somebody else is doing that. I don't need to do that.
And it'll be good. It's a good night to honor the seniors, not only the football players, but the cheerleaders and the band members. And it's good. They need to be recognized.
Yes, and band members. I've been trying to learn how to play a guitar. I haven't learned it yet, but it is very hard to play musical instruments. I got news for you. Let's wrap it up. I'm going to be here. Stork Vision. Judy and I will be here. We're going to be here early. Other than that, I won't see you next week, so there'll be a week off. I'm going to Coach Pat Dyes to do the live auction and do his benefit and all that. But I'll be back here for your last one. But you're going to, you got this one, and you can tell your kids, and you can tell them I said it. This is a great playoff test before the playoffs. I mean, You've got 2 superior teams that more than likely you're going to see one of them. And maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, and they need to, take a long look at those guys when they're out there suiting up. Am I not correct?
You're exactly right. So that's what we tell them. The next 3 opponents, we could possibly see them again in a few weeks. So we better be prepared and play well and give it our best shot. And you never know what could happen the first time, and then give them the opportunity again the second time.
Thank you once again.
Appreciate it.
Let's all be here Friday night. That's at 7 o'clock for the Battle of the Borough. I think it's the 38th, 30. Who knows? It's a lot of them. Anyway, the Battle of the Borough will be the Oakland Patriots coming over to Tomahawk Stadium to face the Riverdale Warriors. We'll see you there.